So let me ask you, when you, this kind of ties on to what you were just saying before, but what are some of the key factors that you look for when you're looking at a potential acquisition? What are some of the things you're like, oh, this is definitely something that we need to look at? Or what are things that can disqualify things before they're even presented to you?
Yeah, so I really don't just look at pricing, right? I really like the location. So if it's an MSA where we've got at least 100,000 people and people are good going to work and have jobs and the numbers are up on population growth and also manufacturing. I like to see if there's some new manufacturing going in, maybe some high tech stuff like they have in North Carolina. They have some chip manufacturers that are going to be going in both North Carolina and South Carolina. So industry jobs. If somebody's going to pay you a good rent for a really nice place, they need to have a decent job. So jobs are important. I would also say that I want something that's going to be very similar. So sometimes you can look at a property and it can be like 15 different varieties of apartments and 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bedrooms. Somebody will call it a 4 bedroom. It can be very confusing. If I'm going to bring something to investors, I want it to be very easy to understand. So this last property is 102 units. It is all 2 bedroom townhouses, no garage, just parking in front. Obviously, no basement. It's in the Carolinas. And it's just a real simple property, but it's been mismanaged. They need some help. So that's what we look for is a value add. So what a value add is, the place doesn't just need paint, maybe. It may need a new kitchen. It may need new baths. Those are expensive and owners put those off. So as part of the package, we would consider upgrading all of these. A deal that we wouldn't really look at is if all this work was already done and there's no value add. But value adds can be a few different things, right? So value adds can be repairs and maintenance that have been deferred. It could be outdoor stuff to make it look pretty that's been put off. Sometimes I'll go see a property, the indoors look great, but outside, makes you want to vomit or walk away. So,
Yeah, that's properties that like they smell like money, right? Even though they smell
yeah,
like vomit, they smell like money to me.
yeah. The third thing I would say is management. I went to see a property in South Carolina and they're like, oh, yeah, the broker's awesome. And he's just upfront. He's like, yeah, they've been having trouble with management. One of the partners is leaving. He managed the properties poorly, and now they're breaking up, so they're selling it. And this is the third property manager that's been in here. And I'm like, where are they located? We're in Charleston, South Carolina. He says Virginia Beach. And I'm like, wow, is there a Virginia Beach, South Carolina, or are they incredibly far from the property? He's like, yes. There's always some opportunities. That's what we look for. If it's a C class, we'll look at it. If it's a C to B, that's our sweet spot.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, yeah, you don't need me to explain the classes.